this truth about Pakistan, and that's my point, Farooq Abdullah Saab, this truth about Pakistan needs to be told to our next generation, to our young generation, those who are being misguided to pelt stones. Is that possible? Are we doing that? Do we need to do much more?
Why not? Why is it not being done?
Why is it not being done?
Every government is telling them the same thing. Everybody is saying. That's why they've released 9,000 some stone pelters, first-time stone pelters, because they realize they were not on the right side. So things are happening. So it's not that things are not happening. But let's not attack one party to the other party, that Congress is responsible because BJP wants to score points. That's not the way out. We're all part of this nation. Everybody wants to win election. And we will use these things. And unfortunately, I tell you. Sorry, let me speak. The question is, what do we want? Do we want to settle the matter with them, or do we want to continue with this tragedy that occurs every day? That's a question we have to ask ourselves.
But do we have answers to that question?
Whether you are politicians, whether you're students, whether the countrymen.
You have to know the adversary's mind. Does Pakistan want peace with India? If Pakistan does not want peace with India, how do we deal with an adversary like Pakistan? Isn't that a question?
I think we have to mobilize public opinion in Pakistan. Now the time has come.
Exactly.
We must tell them that तुम्हारे हुक्मरान कहाँ ले जा रहे हैं आपको? बांग्लादेश भी आपसे आगे निकल गया है.
That's right.
Sir, I also want to mention.
Very good, General.
I also want to mention. वो अपने हुक्मरानों को कहेंगे कि देखिए हम अगर लड़ते रहे तो हमारा
बर्बादी है,
बेड़ा गर्क ही होगा. We will go down the drain.
नहीं, लेकिन वहाँ तो कश्मीर का राग अलापते हैं and everyone comes on the same page.
One last point. And now the people of Pakistan have started talking and they are now saying जो बचा पाकिस्तान है उसको तो कम से कम गवर्नेंस ठीक से दीजिए, उसको तो संभालिए, कश्मीर की बात मत करिए, अभी बंद करिए कश्मीर की बात. And Balochistan is in trouble, and they'll blame India for doing it. No, it's the bad governance which will have allow.
No, but that's the point. They Pakistani establishment misuses religion, Sudhanshu Trivedi. They misuse religion to misguide their own people and to misguide our youngsters in Kashmir. And they have an ecosystem in Kashmir that actually helps them.
That's why my fundamental answer. I need to join issue with you. I don't hold any brief for the Congress party, but there was a time when the Congress party used to be blamed for all the ills of India's relations with Pakistan. Gaurav. So the Pakistanis will play this game, and I don't think we should fall prey to it. Number one. Number two, I am very sorry. I completely disagree with General J.J. Singh on this. You know, this. How do we know that Pakistanis are actually waking up to the reality that their establishment or the deep state has shortchanged them or is leading them up the garden path or leading them to doom? On what basis have we reached this conclusion?
For example,
one second, please.
One second,
please. One newspaper column or 5 newspaper columns in English press, which has a total circulation about 100,000 or 150,000 in Pakistan, does not form public opinion in Pakistan. Number one. Number two, we have no empirical analysis to suggest that yes, the Pakistanis have woken up, smelled the coffee and are putting pressure on their establishment and their government. Absolutely no evidence. Number three, sir, please. Number three, this business that we should inform the Pakistani public opinion. Let us not fool ourselves. The Pakistani public opinion knows what it is, and the Pakistani public opinion has decided that India is the asli dushman, sir. Uski Angrezi kya hogi? The eternal enemy. India is the eternal enemy. That is part of the curriculum. The Hindu is the enemy. It is part of the curriculum. It is the success of the indoctrination of the last 70 years, what we are seeing today. If we think that our public or our informing the Pakistani public is going to change that narrative,
Sushant,
I think we are...
I would like to...
Let me get Sudhanshu Trivedi in.
I would like to say on the issue of radical fundamentalism, the Kashmiri youth should understand and the leaders should try to make them understand that whenever we have seen a protest in Kashmir, we have never seen the flag of Kashmir. Why flag of Pakistan? By flag of ISIS. It should be condemned. And when Zakir Musa says, this is not the fight for Kashmir, this is the fight for Islamic Caliphate, then it should be unequivocally condemned. But why it is? As General J.J. Singh has said. General Musharraf has said, they are the freedom fighters and they were supporting them. If they are supporting terrorism, then I would like to say, जो सुशांत सरीन जी ने कहा, हमें समझाने की जरूरत नहीं है. It is a failed state. It is going to be a terrorism, going to be a Frankenstein demon for Pakistan. जिसे अटल जी की कविता की एक लाइन में कहूंगा कि चिंगारी का खेल बुरा होता है, औरों के घर में आग लगाने का सपना अपने घर में ही सदा खरा होता है.
लेकिन हमारा भी घर जल रहा है, हमारा भी घर. एंड फारूक साहब,
अगर मैं आपको ये भी बताऊं तो फिर आप भी यहाँ पे जरा ये जो मजहबों की लड़ाइयाँ लड़ा रहे हैं उनसे बाज आ जाइए. अगर यहाँ पे भी आप, इफ यू कंटिन्यू टू हैव रिलीजियस बैटल्स फॉर द विक्ट्रीज इन इलेक्शंस, देन आई मस्ट टेल यू, we are also going to the path of destruction of this nation.
Sir,
I want to just add
okay, the general wants to come in.
Just 1 minute. I want one point. One is historical statement of Sher-e Kashmir. Sheikh Abdullah साहब ने कहा था कि लम्हों की खता की थी, लम्हों की खता की थी, सदियों ने सजा पाई. That means
ये हम पे आता है
that centuries will not forgive you.
हमने खता की है,
आपने किया है, लेकिन
अब मैं इसको एक्सप्लेन नहीं करना
कश्मीरी लोगों को आप नहीं बताते.
अगर मैं
आपको एक्सप्लेन करने लगूंगा ये, you will not be able to bear it.
अभी
let me keep these emotions to myself.
No, do not.
देखिए उन लम्हों के गवाह तो सिर्फ यही होंगे, हम लोग को तो पता नहीं. फारूक साहब को ही वो चीजों के बारे में पता होगा.
We are sinking in this nation because of tragedies that we are creating ourselves.
Sir, but while looking at tragedies within our country,
just to win election,
let's not help the enemy outside.
Just to win the election.
Let us not help the enemy outside, sir.
It's not the question of winning the. We are destroying ourselves inside. Hell with the enemy.
Let's defeat the enemy. We will
हम
sort
लोग
out
अपना
issues in our
घर खुद
country.
जला रहे हैं, दूसरे नहीं जला रहे हैं.
सुधांशु त्रिवेदी साहब,
मैं लास्ट में कहूंगा, जब वो लम्हों की बात उन्होंने करी दी है, तो मैं एक सेंटेंस ये कहता हूं. आपको पता है कश्मीर का प्रॉब्लम क्यों हुआ? When India was being united in 1947, each and every state matter got settled, whether it was Junagadh, Hyderabad, Bhopal or whatever. Only one problem remained there, that was Kashmir, because the rest of the India Sardar Patel was doing, and one state Nehru took his personal interest और ऐसा फच्चर फंसाया कि आज तक फंसा हुआ है. वही वो लम्हा था जिसकी सजा सदियों तक भुगत रहा है.
मैं इनको ये बताना चाहता हूँ, जो गलतफहमियां इनको हैं, they should see the archives. Sardar Patel, Vallabhbhai Patel said, give up Kashmir, let's think of Hyderabad. Please look at the archives. Please look at the archives. You will see this.
I would just like to mention one thing, though
it was Nehru
much more knowledge
who stuck
of Kashmir. I would like
Kashmir
to ask Farooq Saab just one sentence. On 26th of October 1947, when the document of accession was signed for Kashmir, there was no such clause. It was added in 1949 afterwards and subsequently in 50s. But when it was signed, it was as for the rest of the Indian states.
No, but one thing is that the
why are you
time
pulling leaders down?
No, and the aim is to take the country up, not pull leaders down. The aim is to take the country up higher and higher. We have to take India where India deserves to be.
But we can't allow politics
we can make
to come
mistakes.
into
Absolutely. Let's not. I completely agree with General Jason. Let's not have politics on this issue. Kashmir and Kashmir's above politics. Kashmir. It
is never about politics. It's a part of politics.
Every Indian has said Kashmir is ours. Kashmir is ours.
लड़ते हैं तो हम कश्मीर बता रहे हैं.
नहीं, फारूक साहब
बचा लिया.
I disagree.
जरूर बचाएंगे.
There are certain
लहू देकर बचाना होगा तो भी बचाएंगे.
I'm sure all of you will agree.
हम लोग जनाब रोज खतरे में बैठे हुए हैं. आप तो यहाँ बैठे हैं. हम लोग वहाँ रोज बैठे हुए हैं खतरों में. हम जानते हैं वहाँ चलना कैसे है.
आपकी सुरक्षा में भी सर सभी देशवासी लगे हैं सर. सुरक्षा
इसीलिए मेरे वो
सुरक्षा में देशवासी सभी लगे हैं
जो मुझे प्रोटेक्ट करते हैं.
फारूक साहब ठीक बात बोला आपने.
ये जानते हैं जनरल साहब हमारी हालत क्या है.
पर फिर भी फैक्ट इज
भी खड़े हैं.
जहां देश का हित है, नेशनल सिक्योरिटी इज इन्वॉल्व्ड, देयर शुड नॉट बी पॉलिटिक्स प्लेड फॉर दैट बिकॉज द प्राइस इज गोइंग टू बी वेरी
no politics should be played on it.
Yes. And second point, I think when you say that centuries will not forgive us, I want the people of Kashmir, I want their leadership to think, and also I want the Pakistani leadership to think like France and Germany fought for 100 years before they realize that they would not reach anywhere like this, and therefore today you see unified Europe and you see combined forces of all the countries there.
Clearly,
and today,
I don't. Do you see that happen in any time soon?
No, but
Well,
given
France-
sir,
that doesn't
sir,
mean-
we have to stay.
Well,
we have to stay grounded to ground
Gaurav,
realities.
It took two world wars for France and Germany to realize the follies of war.
100 years.
So the point is that either you fight 2 world wars with India and Pakistan, kill thousands of people, or you will have to have, there is a lot of space between conflict and war.
Yes.
I think that space is going to be used up. I think you will have to, this is a battle of wills of 2 ideologies, 2 countries, 2 nations. I think this is a battle of wills. It's going to take time. Anybody who thinks that, just because somebody comes in power, he's going to be able to break the logjam, it's not going to happen. I think we have to brace ourselves that we need to look at another 50 years, 100 years before things start settling down.
Strengthen
And unless we are
ourselves
willing
so
to do
much.
that, we'll keep making the mistakes we made over the last 70 years.
Clearly, strengthen ourselves. Okay, closing comments.
It has become a very complicated issue, as Mr. Sareen has said. You know, after 1978, General Ziaul Haq, in curriculum, these type of things were inducted. A venom against India, the venom against Hindus and other things. I don't think in anywhere in the world, in curriculum, there is a space in which you are abusing the other country.
Yes.
हमने कभी नहीं पढ़ा
Sir,
अपनी
when a
जगह
country is
पाकिस्तान
made on
के
that
खिलाफ.
basis,
So
then
that
what do you
generation
expect?
which is born after 1978 or after 1970 is having a different type of distorted mindset. So it becomes a very difficult thing right now.
Farooq Saab, so we speak the truth to our people, strengthen our country economically, militarily and socially to take on hostilities that come from Pakistan?
Let us strengthen our own country. Let's strengthen our own
Okay,
country.
on that positive note,
And let us strengthen our own country on
we're all on the same page.
secularism.
It's always India first.
That is more important.
India first. Weekend special. I'm Gaurav Sawant. The situation along the line of control remains tense. There is also the threat of terror in Jammu and Kashmir. Given the situation, there are some leaders who say India must talk to Pakistan. But there are multiple questions. Who to talk to in Pakistan? Why? And what have talks achieved so far? I have the most authoritative panel on this subject joining me on the show. Sudhanshu Trivedi represents the BJP. He joins me on the broadcast. Dr. Farooq Abdullah, Member of Parliament, former Chief Minister of Jammu and Kashmir. General J.J. Singh, former Chief of the Army Staff. Sushant Sareen represents the Observer Research Foundation. He's also one of the most authoritative voices on Pakistan with me on the show. Farooq Saab, I want to begin with you.
Certainly.
I want to ask you, what does talking to Pakistan achieve? Who should we talk to in Pakistan? Their army, their civil establishment, or for peace, is it now time to talk to Hafiz Saeed?
No, Hafiz Saeed is not the man you have to talk to. You have to talk to the administration, the Prime Minister of Pakistan. That is the government, because that is what we will do, that India will one day do. I think you will talk to the elected administration, not to the army, whatever the army may be. Finally, we have to find a solution without thinking of war. I am not in favor of war. See the destruction that has taken place in Iraq, in Syria, around most of these Arab countries.
But what's the
And
point?
the death in millions.
Yes.
We don't want those deaths.
No, but what's the point? Sushant Sareen, you study Pakistan very closely. Is there any point talking to the Pakistani Prime Minister who perhaps needs to take the army chief's permission even to go around the corner?
No, I don't think there's any point talking to either the Prime Minister or the Army Chief or anybody else. See, it's not as though we haven't tried it in the past. We have tried it in the past. We've spoken to civilian elected leaders and very powerful leaders like Nawaz Sharif. We had Nawaz Sharif in Ufa, decide on something, go back, renege on it. We've talked to the army, for example, General Musharraf. We were in a 4-year-long dialogue with him. A lot of things were supposed to have been settled. He was out of office. Everything collapsed. And right from 1947-48, that has been the pattern. My own sense is that until and unless you are able to change the strategic calculus of Pakistan vis-a-vis India, I don't think any kind of talks with Pakistan is going to help.
General, you concur?
But I'll add a caveat to that.
Okay.
That does not mean breaking off lines of communication. Keep lines of communication alive. But you know, this getting into this puppy jappi kind of business, I don't think it's going to lead to anywhere until the strategic calculus of Pakistan remains what it is.
General, you concur, no point talking to Pakistan because it's in the DNA of Pakistan, whether it's their military leadership or the civilian leadership or the terrorists, to break India.
No, I'll qualify that statement. We have to have some channel of communication with them, but from a position of strength. Today India is strong and we can tell Pakistan that you will not get away with it. We have been soft for a long time. We now need to show them our iron fist.
Sudhanshu Trivedi, we need to show the iron fist. We are too soft on Pakistan because the criticism of your government is, sir, one day you have sari shawl diplomacy, one day you call them for the swearing in of the Prime Minister, stop by at Lahore, and it's your government, sir, that's been stabbed in the back twice, both times in Lahore.
We were pretty clear from the day one that talks and terror can't go together. As Mr. Sushant Sareen has referred, there are only two official bilateral dialogues up till now. One was in Ufa, which was at the level of the Prime Minister, which was having a written agreement, though Pakistan didn't abide by that. And the second was in Bangkok at the NSA level. But you see the success of our government. We have made terrorism an issue, and on the issue for the first time in the SAARC summit, the two major Muslim countries of the region, Afghanistan and Bangladesh, took the side of India and openly blamed Pakistan for this. For the first time, not only in UN, I'm not saying, in G20 summit, and not only in G20 summit, in the Shanghai Corporation meeting, in the resolution, terrorism got a mention. And even in United Arab Emirates, when Prime Minister Modi went last time, there was a clear mention there cannot be good terror or bad terror. So in my opinion, and the recent clampdown on the economic assistance by the America, so in my opinion, we are consistently and successfully building up pressure over Pakistan. As Mr. Sushant Sareen has said, we have, and Mr. General Singh has said, that we have to put pressure.
If the aim is to isolate Pakistan and put pressure on Pakistan, why would some leaders continue to advocate talks with Pakistan?
What other way do you have? Are you going to use their army might? Is that what your intentions are? Are you wanting to kill innocent people on both sides of the line or rest of the country? Are you going to achieve results with that?
Why is it that the same leaders do not tell Pakistan to stop terror first?
Get on with it.
Stop terror first, then we will talk.
The terror you have to meet, there is no doubt about it. But as General and he has said, lines of communications have to be kept open and we have to find solution to the problems that exist between the two nations.
Has to be tell Pakistan stop terror and then talks resume.
I want to mention here that
it's not so easy to say stop terror and then stop terror.
The foundation of Pakistan, the foundation of Pakistan is based on the strategy of telling lies and deniability. You can have number of examples. I don't want to go into details. Even the president had no hesitation telling lies. So we are dealing with a nation where from the top to the bottom, people are ready to tell lies and deny their involvement. How can they deny their involvement in the Bombay attack when they came by boat? They trained them in the Mangla Dam commando training area. They had trained their people in communications with satellite communication. An ordinary terrorist cannot do it. So therefore the whole system was organized, and now they don't even want to blame one person. That's
adding to what General Singh has said, I would like to say that communication should be there, and Dr. Farooq Abdullah said, but it should not be of that level. During UPA 1, you remember, in Sharm el-Sheikh, we said that Pakistan is a victim of terrorism. In Havana, we said that in the joint declaration, Baluchistan became part. And not only this, for the sheer and dastardly domestic politics, as he has mentioned about 2611, you know, 2611 was the mass done by Pakistan, and even UPA government was asking Hafiz Saeed for that. But the senior leader of Congress party was inaugurating a book in Mumbai that 2611 is an RSS conspiracy. By this type of dastardly logic, you give an alibi to Pakistan?
Farooq Abdullah, is it time for our political leadership to speak in one voice, irrespective of whether you're Congress, BJP, NC, PDP, whatever party you may be, it has to be India first.
When have you heard the leaders speaking not one voice when it comes to question of India, India's security?
Where have we seen
oneness?
Okay. I'll let Sushant Sareen wants to comment on that. Sushant Sareen wants to comment on that.
Sushant, I would like to add one sentence, then you can.
Okay.
If the former Foreign Minister of India, Salman Khurshid, goes to Pakistan and former Cabinet Minister Manishankar Aiyar goes to Pakistan and openly says, "Bhai Modi ko hataiye tab theek hoga," what we can expect? So there are leaders who openly take side of even Pakistan for the purpose of their domestic politics.
Okay.
See, I'll tell you what the problem is. It's not that any party is less patriotic than the other. The problem is that the moment you bring Pakistan into the political sphere, and I don't think the BJP is blameless on that count, neither is the opposition. If the BJP is going to start taking credit for its very muscular policy vis-a-vis Pakistan, then the opposition has to do something to bring them a peg or two down. I think the trick would be that if political parties were to arrive at some kind of a consensus and not make Pakistan a political football in Indian politics, I think that is the way to go.
But the truth about Pakistan needs to be exposed to the Indian audiences, to the next generation of our country.
I think there's a difference between the two things. Making Pakistan a political football to point score over each other is different from laying out the reality of Pakistan before the Indian public opinion. So the public discourse can be created in a way that there is not the kind of carping sound that I've done surgical strikes, so I'm doing chest thumping, the other guy is saying, show us the evidence, show us the proof, or some incident happens. There will be setbacks when you deal with a country like Pakistan. Every time there's a setback, then the opposition will start pulling the government down. Look, you guys have messed up really bad, etc., etc. And these guys go on the defensive. I think that kind of politics on an issue as sensitive as Pakistan needs to be really tempered.
General J.J. Singh,
yes. The country, as you said, needs to be told the truth. The truth is, in Kargil, they made a plan where they occupied some heights thinking that A, India will take time to get to know that, B, India won't have the guts to remove us from there.
Yeah.
But they got a rude shock. Our determination to get them out of Indian territory on our side of the line of control was seen by the whole world. It was a political, military and diplomatic victory for India and a biggest debacle for Pakistan.
But Pakistan hasn't learned its lessons from that debacle, and that's my big problem in India's foreign policy when it comes to Pakistan.
I'll just tell you that President Pervez Musharraf told us, वो तो हमें नहीं पता, वो तो freedom fighters हैं. कहाँ के freedom fighters हैं? Which countries' freedom fighters are they? And we came to know that some of their casualties had identity card, pay books, Pakistani army. They were assisted by Pakistani artillery fire, which terrorists and freedom fighters don't have. So it's a rogue nation which is telling lies and trying to get away with impunity.
मैं एक बात कहना चाहता हूँ. With due respect to Mr. Sareen, I would like to have a difference that we cannot equate both the political parties together. If Hafiz Saeed on record has praised any political party, he has in an interview has said कि वहाँ अच्छे लोग भी हैं कांग्रेस जैसे, and he has also named some journalists also. And second thing, if for the only time when Hafiz Saeed has given a pat on the back for the Home Minister of India, it was in January 2013, Sushil Kumar Shinde on that statement of so-called Hindu terror. So he has clearly mentioned, in my opinion, what we need to do, as you have said, that Pakistan is already destined to doom because the same Hafiz Saeed has started giving an eye of awe, or Hindi mein kahe to ghudki, to Pakistan government itself.
Thanks for watching the video. For more such news and updates, please like, share and subscribe to India Today. Also check out our other great videos from our channel. We know you will love to.